Sundays are the most segregated day of the week in the United States. We're not necessarily segregated because of race, color, or culture. It's not because of class, rich versus poor. It's because those of us who classify ourselves as Christians break off into our various groups and go to our different places of worship. There are 200 Christian denominations in America. And there are over 200 million Christians. We separate because of different beliefs about God and how to worship Him. Our one primary belief is in Jesus Christ. And we don't believe as a whole about Him. Wouldn't it be wonderful if the city you're in took one Sunday a year and had community worship in some of these mega stadiums we seem to build to worship our sports team? If we couple that with prayer, only God knows what that would do for our city. Separation is the problem and unity is the answer. Can we at least agree on Christ together? Let's pray for the gang violence. Let's pray for the school shootings. Let's pray for our politicians. Let's pray for our nation, for our neighbors, for our first responders, our teachers. What would happen if we switched from a divided nation to a praying nation? Let's start by crossing the street to a different denomination and having this discussion. Stop the fighting, backbiting, and judgment of each other. While you think about this, I turn to AI for a machine solution to a human problem. My question to AI was, how can we make this work? I asked AI to write my answer as an essay. Here's AI's answer. Title: Bridging the Gap, Fostering Unity in Sunday Worship Across Christian Denominations. Introduction. In the United States, a nation renowned for its cultural diversity and religious pluralism, a unique form of segregation has persisted on a day that symbolizes rest, reflection, and spiritual renewal. Sunday. The phenomenon of Sunday segregation stems from the myriad Christian denominations that worship separately, most often due to doctrinal differences and historical traditions. This division, while reflective of the diverse religious landscape, can also hinder social cohesion and limit opportunities for interfaith understanding. However, by finding common ground and forging connections, congregations across denominations can transcend these barriers. This creates an environment of respect, unity, and shared spirituality. Understanding Sunday segregation. The United States boasts a rich tapestry of Christian denominations, each with its own distinct theological beliefs. Each has its own liturgical practices and cultural nuances. This diversity has naturally led to separate congregations forming. Like-minded believers gather to worship in alignment with their faith traditions. The roots of Sunday segregation can be traced back to historical schisms and theological disagreements that prompted the formation of new denominations. These separations were often driven by deeply held convictions, but they unintentionally created isolated pockets of worship. The call for unity. While preserving the integrity of unique beliefs and practices is important, there is also a pressing need for congregations to transcend the boundaries that keep them apart. By recognizing the shared foundational beliefs of Christianity and focusing on the core tenets that unite believers across denominational lines, congregations can come together in a spirit of mutual respect and understanding. Dialogue should be encouraged, allowing for the exploration of common ground and the celebration of diversity. Suggestions for congregational unity. Interdenominational services. Organizing regular interdenominational worship services can offer a platform for believers from various traditions to come together. These services can be designed to incorporate elements from different denominations, creating a harmonious blend of rituals and practices that highlight the beauty of diversity. Joint community initiatives. Congregations can collaborate on community service projects, fostering a sense of shared purpose and camaraderie. Whether it's participating in local charity events, environmental initiatives, or disaster relief efforts, working side by side on meaningful projects can bridge the gaps between denominations. Interfaith dialogues. Engaging in open and respectful conversations about faith can provide insight into the beliefs of different denominations. Panels, seminars, and workshops where representatives from various denominations share their perspectives can foster understanding and reduce misunderstandings. The benefits of worshiping together are: enhanced understanding. Congregations that worship together can gain deeper insights into the theological nuances and practices of different denominations. This understanding leads to increased respect and decreased prejudice. Strengthened community. United worship experiences create stronger bonds among believers, fostering a sense of community that transcends theological differences. Promotion of peace. By demonstrating unity in worship, congregations can serve as models for broader society, promoting peace, tolerance, and coexistence. Spiritual growth. Exposure to different worship styles and practices can enrich individuals' spiritual lives, encouraging them to explore new ways of connecting with their faith. Conclusion. Sunday segregation, born from the diversity of Christian denominations, represents both a challenge and an opportunity for the United States. While it's important to honor the distinctiveness of each denomination, fostering unity across these divisions can contribute to a more harmonious society. By initiating dialogues, joint initiatives, and shared worship experiences, congregations can demonstrate that differences need not be barriers but rather stepping stones towards a more connected and spiritually enriched community. In this way, the faithful can come together, celebrate their shared beliefs, and strengthen the bonds of unity that transcend denominational lines. Let's do it!